afternoon, welcome to the channel. My name is Beena and that car's in the middle of the fucking road, dickhead. Well, that's a good start, isn't it? Remember all those people saying, oh, don't get stressed out, Beena. That road rage is pointless. Well, you know, sometimes when people are driving in the middle of the frigging road, it's a bit difficult not to get angry. Anyway, good start. Good afternoon, my name is Beena and this lovely little fella here is of course Walter. I hope you are well. Welcome to the channel. You join me here on Saturday the 9th of August 2025. It is a glorious sunny day. It's, I don't know what the temperature is, around about 25, 26 degrees. We are heading into the 4th heat wave of the year. Apparently, oh, I can't see. There we go. So yeah, it's going to be another hot one. It's quite windy today. That's windy if you didn't get that, because I suddenly decided to have a 13-year-old boy going through puberty voice. Windy! Well, actually, that sounded like Scooby-Doo more, didn't it? This is a good start to a vlog, isn't it? So yeah, it's quite windy today. We don't have a destination in mind. We don't have anything to do. We're just pottering today. And I have come down here with a dark visor on, and the camera won't show, but it's very dark down here and I cannot see very well. But hey ho, it is very pretty. So that's all that matters. Yeah, we are just off on a little potter. Blow the cobwebs away. It's been quite a stressful week this past week. Work-wise. Let's navigate this junction. Yeah, it's been a very stressful week. It's, well, idiot senior managers making stupid decisions because they're ill-informed, unprepared, just general dopes, which has caused me no end of stress, only for me to finally get them to make a decision, which was a proposal I had given them a month and a half, 2 months ago. If only they'd have done that initially and not gone around the houses and upset loads of people along the way, we could have avoided all of that. But there you go. You know what senior managers can be like. There's a business theory called the Peter Principle, which states that people are generally promoted to their level of incompetence. So essentially you can be a very good employee and you'll be singled out for that good work, and so you get promoted and you'll be completely out of your depth at some point along the line of promotions, until you get to a point where you are just incompetent at your job. And we have a lot of those in the place I work. In fact, we have a lot of people who actually haven't been singled out for their excellence and their performance in their other roles. They've just been good at getting through promotional exercises, know to say the right things, know the right people. Yeah, these kind of career managers. I've never understood it myself. I mean, oh good, my just suddenly noticed that my petrol light is flashing. That's good. Yeah, I've never really understood. Like, I kind of get it that people want to further their career because they want more money. Ultimately, that's what we're all in work for, isn't it? Unless we're doing something as a career that we love, which I certainly am. So yeah, people just want more money, but personally, I'd rather be doing a good job. I'd rather get a job that I kind of like and be good at it. And I've had the opportunity to go for promotions, and people have offered me jobs and I haven't taken it because I've thought, well, I won't be any good at that and I won't enjoy it, so I'm not going to give it my all. But obviously a lot of people don't really give a shit about that, and they'll just say, yes, I will take that job, it's more money. And that's fine, I guess, but it does make life bloody miserable for the rest of us who are trying to do a good job, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, I won't dox myself and say which organisation I work for, but it has a lot of people working for it who are absolutely terrible at their jobs, because they've got good job security because of the systems that we have in place. There's kind of no incentive for them to better themselves or to improve their performance. And I mean, I'm a middle manager, junior manager, I guess. And I've, on occasion, took it upon myself to take performance measures against members of staff because they were clearly taking the piss and lying about it. There's a lot of lying that goes on in my work as well. People do not take responsibility for their actions. Yeah, and I've taken performance measures, and like I say, there are things in place which means it doesn't really matter, because ultimately they're never going to lose their job, and senior managers don't want to go down the route of having to go to tribunals and things, so they only support it up to a point. I mean, I had a senior manager say to me, I've got a couple of duties actually. A senior manager once said about a person who was probably doing about an hour's worth of work a day, and of that work it was poor quality, really poor quality. They were taking the piss so much they weren't even bothering to check that it was right in the other 6.5, 7 hours that they had free. And we're taking all sorts of measures against them, put improvement plans in place and try to support them, because ultimately some people do have issues where they've got things going on in their personal life or mental health and need a bit of support. But once you've done all of that, you've done everything you can to help someone and they're still taking the piss, really it should be at the point where you say, okay, that's enough, fuck off, you no longer work here. And my senior manager actually said, well, we don't want anyone to be out of a job, do we? I thought, well, no, but surely at some point you have to say, yeah. Crazy. And what was the other one? Oh, I had another one, which was again someone who was really taking a pee, not doing their hours, lying about things, causing trouble, causing terrible disruption on the team and upsetting people. And it actually caused me to have a mental breakdown. I had a mental health crisis. I was off work for a couple of months, had to have some therapy and whatnot, because regular followers or watchers will know that I'm autistic, so things like this affect me as probably more than your neurotypical person. But regardless, this person was so bad that... Oh, where am I? Oh, I'm here, okay. This person was so bad that actually a couple of previous managers to mine, had issues with them, and it caused them to have health issues, so they were that bad. And I was exasperated. Before I had my mental health episode, I'd said to my senior manager, look, I'm really struggling here, I really need some help, I feel like I'm on the brink of a mental health crisis. This person is just awful, and I'd listed all the reasons why, what they were doing, and what I tried to do to help and whatnot. And so this senior manager, rather than supporting me and saying, okay, Beena, this is terrible, let's get this sorted, they had the gall to say, oh, I think this is a personality clash, so we'll arrange HR to have a mediation session for the two of you. To which I refused and went off sick, because goddamn. So yeah, that's what I'm dealing with at work. It's terrible. But I do like the job that I do, and I do have the freedom to work from home a lot, and the pay is pretty good. So regardless of all of that, I always put 100% in. I always do my best. I mean, it's part of being autistic, is that you generally want to do your best and put everything into whatever you do. But yeah, there are a lot of people in my place that do not do that, and it's so frustrating. But hey ho. So yeah, a bit of stress this week, but coming out on water helps all of that, obviously. Although I'm feeling a bit stressed now because I desperately need some petrol and I have no idea where the nearest petrol station is. Oh, I've also got a flashing spanner on there, and I think that's because I had a 3,000 mile service a few weeks back, and it was just before the 3,000 mark, so oh, excuse me, tired. So I'm guessing it's flashing because of that, so I'll need to reset that. I'll have to have a look online and see how you do it. Now you can tell that we're getting later in the year because the sun is getting a bit lower in the sky. That is one thing I don't like about riding in the spring and autumn/winter months. The low sun. It's a bit of a bugger, isn't it? So I always fancied one of those enduro touring type helmets with the peak on it. I've never found one that I like, and it's not really in keeping with Walter's look here, is it? And yeah, I like to look the part when I'm on him. Hence the retro gear. Speaking of retro stuff and bikes, I've been desperately trying to win a Yamaha XT500, you know, the old late 70s kind of enduro bikes. You must have seen these competitions online, these win a classic bike or win a classic car or what have you. I'm always entering them because I really want to win one of those one of those bikes. I imagine that the amount of money I've spent on the entries, I mean they're only cheap. I only buy like 1 or 2 tickets, a couple of three quid each or something. The amount of times I've entered, I could probably buy one. Yeah, I really would like to win one of those. I was looking this morning, funnily enough, because I was thinking about cars and bikes that I'd like to own. You know how you torture yourself every now and then. I think if you won the lottery or something, what you'd buy. And I was thinking how I'd really like a Volkswagen camper van. Not the early ones, the one I used to have many years ago. I had a 1970s camper van, but it was in a state of disrepair. It wasn't road legal, and I never got around to getting it fixed because I was poor. I ended up selling it, but I'd really like one of the new ones, and the modern ones, all the mod cons in it. So I was looking online to see if there's any you could win online, and there are a few. And I thought, oh, I might enter this one. The tickets were quite cheap, and then I noticed that it was on a website called Omaze, O-M-A-Z-E. I don't know if anyone's come across this, but this is the one where you can win the £1 million home, and they regularly have houses on there that are multi-million pounds that you can win. And lots of people say, well, they're scams, no one ever wins it. Well, I actually do, because someone in my street won it. So I thought, well, I'm not going to enter the camper van, because the chance of me winning again, living in the same street as someone who's previously won, are going to be pretty low, aren't they? But yeah, someone in my street actually won the multi-million pound home last year. And it did make me laugh. They're lovely people. I've met them before when walking the dog. And they're very nice people, so I don't begrudge them winning at all. But it did make me laugh in the when they announced obviously obviously they have to do promo stuff on the website to say that they've won it, so that they can show that it's not a scam and whatnot. And I had like a little interview on there, and when they interviewed them, they said, "Oh, it's great that we've won it because," and I'm sure I'm not blaming them for this at all, because I'm sure that they were told to say this kind of thing. But they said, because you know, we've been renting a house in Luton. We don't own a house, we've been renting a house in Luton, so it'd be lovely to be able to finally have our own home. Which makes it sound like they're living in some sort of dive in Luton, because Luton, if you don't know the area, is a bit of a shithole, to put it mildly. And I live in the same village, obviously, as these people do, which is part of Luton. And so I can say that it's a shithole. Our village isn't, it's lovely. And the house that they actually rented in our village was probably the biggest house in the village, and it's a reasonably affluent place. I'm not affluent at all. I only own part of my house. We've got shared equity with ours. So yeah, we couldn't have afforded to have lived here when we purchased. And their house, like I say, enormous. The previous owners used to drive a Lamborghini and own a helicopter, so you can tell what sort of house it was. So yeah, it really made me laugh when they said, oh, we could finally move out of our rented property in Luton. But yeah, I think the house they won was 3 million, 3.5 million or something. It's beautiful, down south, somewhere on the south coast. So yeah, it does happen. But yeah, so when I saw that competition for the camper van for that, so I think it's tied into it. I think you buy tickets, and then at certain points, this isn't an advert for Romaze, by the way, at certain points you could win prizes along the way, and then eventually you get put into the prize draw for the house. So I thought, yeah, chances of that happening again in my village are astronomical, so I won't do it. So I'll just have to keep dreaming and hope that I win the lottery. And if I do, maybe I'll get an extra gear fitted to Walter, so I won't keep trying to grab it. I mean, you have these lottery wishes, don't you? I mean, maybe you don't, I do, about what kind of cars and bikes you'd have, but reality is I probably wouldn't. I'd probably have one really nice car. I'd have 2 or 3 bikes probably. Car wise, I don't like going out for a drive as much as I do going out for a ride. Well, yeah, it's probably because I own a Skoda Yeti and not something fancy. But you know, one of my all-time favourite cars is an Alfa Romeo Tipo 33 Stradale, which is, if you don't know what a Tipo, T-I-P-O, Tipo 33 Stradale is, look it up. It's got to be one of the most beautiful cars ever made. And they're probably, I don't know, they're probably £500,000 upwards now. But so I probably wouldn't have one, because it'd just be a ball ache, wouldn't it? It probably wouldn't be particularly reliable. Be a bit of a pig to drive, especially on the UK roads. So I probably wouldn't get one. I'd be worried as well that it was going to get nicked or scratched. Funny enough, I actually saw one in the flesh. I used to work in a building that was above the DVLA, which is one of the branches of the DVLA, where you used to get cars come in to register, so you register new cars or change your registration documents or get tax, whatnot. One day I was sat in the office and looked out the window, and there was we used to get some really interesting stuff out there, and there was some guy with a car transporter, covered car transporter, and he had the side door of it open. I could just see in. I thought, oh my god, I recognise that. And I thought it was either a Ferrari P3 or an Alfa Stradale. It wasn't the Tipo 33 Stradale, it was just a regular Tipo. So I quickly rushed down to have a look, and very kindly the gentleman let me get in the back of his trailer and have a look at it, and oh my god, it was beautiful. that is my potential lottery win car, which I probably will never get. Tell me in the comments, what's your ultimate garage should you ever win millions on the lottery? You got something you've always hankered after? A Lamborghini Miura, maybe? A Ferrari 350 California? Some kind of Ducati? Let me know. And I'm going to go to the petrol station because I'm going to run out of petrol at the moment. So I'm going to leave you here. This is going to be a nice short one, I think. I don't know how long I've been going for. But yeah, that's it. As always, if you're out on your bike, have a good time, keep your shiny side up, and I will see you next time. Bye!